Okay, hi there guys, I'm Ville and this is some gaming news, some very good gaming news for everyone because Nintendo has announced that they will scrap the creator program, so now everyone can start making YouTube videos about Nintendo games. There's no program, there's no freaking applications. So they're finally gonna open it up. So this is super good news. And this was on Eurogamer, this was on other freaking gaming websites, etc. And basically, here's the announcement, which is happening right now. So, end of the Nintendo Creators Program. What they're saying here is that we're ending the Nintendo Creators Program. We will no longer ask creators to submit their videos to the program, and creators can continue showing their passion for Nintendo by following Nintendo's guidelines. There you go. And then you have the actual page over here. This is what you want to be reading if you want to get really into the details. Nintendo Game Content Guidelines for Online Video and Image Sharing Platforms. And they're saying here that we are humbled every day by your loyalty and passion for Nintendo's games, characters, and worlds, and respect that you want to be able to express yourself creatively by sharing your own original videos and images using content from our games. Yeah, hell, we totally wanna be doing videos about your games. As long as you follow some basic rules, we will not object to your use of gameplay footage and or screenshots. So these are the guidelines. You may monetize your videos and channels using the monetization method separately specified by Nintendo. Other forms of monetization are not permitted. So these are the monetization options: Facebook, Nico Nico Douga, OpenRec TV, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. So all the main thing is with Twitch and YouTube especially are here. So you can finally start making those sweet Nintendo YouTube videos. Hell yeah. Then it says we encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. Videos and images that contain mere copies of Nintendo game content without creative input or commentary are not permitted. You may, however, post gameplay videos and screenshots using Nintendo system features such as the capture button on Nintendo Switch without additional input or commentary. So what they're saying basically that you need commentary or you need to have some creative input, that it's just not copying stuff. They actually say about that later, that you can't just take a trailer or a cutscene and just copy that. It has to have some kind of effort put into it. But this doesn't really specify that can you play the game without commentary? Is that okay or not? Because I mean that technically would be creative input. But we'll see how this works. But at least with commentary you can totally make these videos. Then they say you are only permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or from promotional materials officially released by Nintendo, such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. So you can totally comment on these thingies like people are doing, analyze these product trailers and Nintendo Directs and make like hype videos, etc. So that's okay, that's really cool. If you want to use the intellectual property of a third party, you need to get like the permission, of course. You're not permitted to imply or state that your videos are officially affiliated with or sponsored by Nintendo, of course not. And we reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or not in line with these guidelines. Yeah, of course, they can take stuff down if it's inappropriate, etc. And here we have the frequently asked questions. And they're saying that we encourage you to use Nintendo game content in videos and images that feature your creative input and commentary. For example, let's play videos, hell yeah, and video game reviews are within the scope of these guidelines. However, you may not simply upload or live stream an existing Nintendo video, gameplay footage without your own creative input, or a copy of content created by someone else. For example, mere copies of Nintendo promotional trailers, tournaments, music soundtracks, gameplay sequences, and art collections are outside the scope of these guidelines. So, again, they're specifying here that promotional trailers, okay, that takes there's zero effort in that. Like you're not playing anything. Tournaments, okay, same thing. That's other people playing. Music soundtrack, okay, that's just copied from the game. Gameplay sequence. Does this mean that you're playing it yourself, or does this mean like a cutscene? If it goes with this other thing, it kind of goes with like, the cutscenes. Art collection, same thing, that's someone else doing it, basically. So I'm still not sure if they're referring to like all these kind of passive things that people would just copy. You rip out a cutscene and then you post it online. Obviously, you cannot monetize that because you're not doing anything. But if you're playing the game, then I mean you're the one playing the game. So at least you're doing something. So let's play videos and video game reviews are within the scope of the guidelines. So yeah. What about let's play videos without commentary? You'd think that they would be okay, but I will see. I hope they are. Because like a lot of people do that too. But anyway, yes, the guidelines cover both uploads and live streams, so that's really good. Then they're saying that we accept most commonly used video and image sharing platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, but we reserve the right to remove any content, of course. These are the platforms, but they will be updated. Include the following: subject to be updated. Then they're saying that you may not sell any videos, music, or images that you created using Nintendo game content. This is very interesting because I mean, some people they make reviews and then they would make like a DVD, like the Angry Video Game Nerd. So this is saying that you cannot sell videos, music, or images that you created using Nintendo game content, so you would need like a license. Um, then someone's asking about like other stuff outside of gameplay footage and screenshots like fan art. Can you use this and that? And Nintendo is basically saying here that stuff outside of this scope is subject to the relevant laws of the applicable jurisdiction. So I mean, you have to ask someone else. This is about game content. This is not about some other content. Then there's like what if I record someone playing an unreleased game at a public event? Please keep in mind that most public events have filming guidelines and you are responsible for following those guidelines, of course. Then someone asked about hosting a gaming tournament. And the answer is that uploading and live streaming Nintendo game content from a Nintendo authorized or licensed tournament is within the scope. However, hosting a tournament is a separate activity that is outside the scope of the guidelines, which is kind of interesting. Why is that? Under the guidelines, can corporate entities upload or live stream videos? The guidelines are only applicable to individual consumers. This is probably what they're getting at, that corporations or groups or whatever, this is about individual consumers. So there you go. Will there be cases where Nintendo will remove content? Yes, we reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, etc. in some cases, Nintendo may take down videos on behalf of our third-party partners. And then, what do you mean by all this bad content? Violates applicable laws, infringes the intellectual property rights of Nintendo, and/or features pirated Nintendo software. Also, no doubt, just freaking inappropriate. If some dumbass is making like really offensive stuff while playing Nintendo games, then I mean, it's totally gonna get taken down. So, there you go. But that's the whole thing in a nutshell, and actually more than a nutshell, more like a freaking nut bag. Dissection of the nuts. That finally Nintendo are opening this thing up. This was not even available in Europe, but now everyone in the world can start doing let's plays and reviews and everything about Nintendo games. That is super freaking cool because there's so many good games. I've played Nintendo games my whole life, and I was totally bummed out because when I started doing these gameplay videos more, that why is there like a stupid program and it's not even available here and like etc. But now they finally opened this up for everyone. That's super nice. And I actually did contact like the Nintendo UK customer service a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something. And I asked them that why is this not available in Europe? Like we wanna make videos of Nintendo games, and I'm not the only one. I bet like a lot of the big YouTubers, they're chomping at the bit to make videos about Nintendo games. And there you go. Now it's happening. So this is super cool. Super damn cool. So yeah. And now I'm thinking that, oh, well, should I buy a Switch now? What's going on? I don't know. Christmas is coming, but who knows? But yeah, this is now possible. So go make your freaking games. Go play your games, make your videos. Hell to the yeah. Nintendo has some really good stuff in their catalog, and apparently some of the new stuff is really good as well. So of course people wanna play the games and showcase the games. That's what it's all about. Playing the cool freaking games and sharing that with others. But yeah, that was that. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them down below. I'm gonna put these links down to the description box if you wanna go check these out. This is like the story is running on different gaming outlets right now, so you can find it there. But I'm gonna put these links down on the box, and that's that. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Have fun. Bye.